Hi there, and welcome back to Info Inspired. In this video, I'll show you how to use our hotel reservation and booking status template in Google Sheets. This template is designed to manage a single property. It works great whether you have just a few rooms or run a boutique hotel with around 5 to 20 rooms, with built-in support for up to 25 rooms, all managed in one place. You can add a few more rooms if needed, but keep in mind that doing so may affect performance due to the advanced features used in this template. This template has been live for the past few years and has gone through multiple improvements. In the latest version, we've made major performance upgrades by replacing some Lambda-based helper formulas with regular functions. We've also added built-in warnings for duplicate bookings, so overlapping dates for the same room are clearly flagged. And the color theme has been updated to give the template a more professional look and feel. The template includes two sheets: Reservations, where you enter guest and booking details; Availability, where you can see the booking status of all rooms at a glance. Once you add your first booking, it's advised to check the availability sheet before confirming the next one. However, this isn't mandatory, as any overlapping dates will be flagged while entering the booking. Now, let's walk through how to use this template step by step. First, navigate to the Availability tab. Enter all your room numbers in column A, starting from cell A4. You can enter a maximum of 25 rooms. As mentioned earlier, you can insert rows and add more rooms, but that may impact performance. Enter the room type in column B and any optional information in column C. That's all you need to do on this sheet for now. We'll come back to it after adding reservations. Next, go to the Reservations tab. Look closely at the header row. You only need to enter data in the columns where the header text is shown in green. These columns include room number, guest name, check-in date, checkout date, booking status. The yellow highlighted columns contain formulas, so please don't edit them. These columns are protected to prevent accidental changes. The remaining columns are optional and can be used for additional details such as address, number of guests, contact number, notes, and more. Before entering your own data, delete the mock data from the green columns. A3 downward, C3 to E, and G3 downward. You can enter data up to row 2000. Once you reach that point, it's best to start fresh by making a copy of the file from the File menu. I recommend choosing a cutoff date and continuing from that date in the new sheet. Now let's create a booking and see how it appears in the Availability sheet. First, carefully delete the existing sample data. Remember, do not delete anything in columns with yellow headers, as that will break the template. In the first column, select a room number from the drop-down. This list is automatically pulled from the Availability sheet. For example, select F101A. You can ignore the second column. It's already filled with the room type. Enter the guest name in column C. Then enter the check-in date. For example, 20/01/2026, and the checkout date, 25/01/2026. The number of booked nights will be calculated automatically, in this case, 5 nights. Next, select the booking status. Here, I'll choose Confirmed. The remaining columns are optional but useful for proper hotel management, such as notes, check-in time, number of guests, or address. Do not edit the last column. It's a helper column used to detect duplicate bookings. Now let's check the Availability sheet. This sheet displays 3 months of bookings, starting from the date selected in cell D1. If you want to view bookings from January to March, double-click cell D1 and select January 1st, 2026. You can now see the booking for room F101A. Scroll to the right. You'll see a confirmed booking bar from January 20th to January 24th, which represents 5 nights. Since the booking ends on the 25th, that date is treated as the checkout day and is not highlighted. You'll also notice that the guest's name appears on the booking start date. Now look at the checkbox in cell V1. When you enable it, the last night of each booking is highlighted with a slightly different color. The purpose is simple. If another guest books the same room starting on the checkout date, for example, January 25th, you may not immediately notice the separation between bookings. This option makes booking boundaries much clearer visually. Let's add another booking for the same room. Book F101A from 25/01/2026 to 27/01/2026, which is 2 nights. Enter the room, guest name, dates, and set the status to confirmed. Now check the availability sheet again. You'll see January 25 and 26 highlighted. Toggle the checkbox to see how the last night indicator helps separate the bookings. Now let's look at duplicate booking warnings. We already booked room F101A from January 20 to January 25. If you try to book the same room again for overlapping dates, for example, January 18th to January 21st, both rows will be highlighted in red. When you see this warning, only correct the dates in the current row, as that row is causing the conflict. Another warning appears if the checkout date is earlier than the check-in date. In that case, the checkout date cell will be highlighted in black. Let's book one more room. Select F101B. Set the check-in date to 30/01/2026 and the checkout date to 31/01/2026. That's a one-night stay on the 30th. Set the booking status to tentative and check the availability sheet to see the orange bar. Before we wrap up, one final note. This advanced hotel reservation template is shared completely free. Please use it according to the instructions outlined in the Copyright tab of the sheet. Thanks for watching, and happy booking!